Jeremiah 36. So we still saw that God, even though he spoke a lot of prophecies to Jeremiah, he still is like trying to, instead of speaking now, he's writing down his words. He's telling Jeremiah to dictate to another person to write down his word. And his heart is in verse 3. Perhaps the house of Judah will listen to all the disaster which I plan to carry out against them, so that every person will turn from his evil way. Then I will forgive their wrongdoing and their sin. And I just can't stress enough the heart of God, who wants to not punish, not discipline. He just wants a peaceful, happy relationship with his children. He just wants them to repent and turn from evil, so that he doesn't have to discipline them. And just, that's the heart of God, and we see it over and over and over. He's tried talking, he tried kind of threatening, he tried now he's trying to write it down. However, Jeremiah called Baruch to write it down. Then after that, they read it, and when they read it, the officials were like, "Oh no, this is important for the king to hear." And so they know that the king will try to kill Jeremiah and Baruch, I believe. And so they said, "Go hide." So the official told Baruch and Jeremiah, and to tell Jeremiah and himself to go hide and don't let anyone know where you are. And so they know that this is important. They know that this is important for the king to hear. They went to the king, and they guessed, the king was like, "You find Jeremiah and Baruch and try to kill him." But the Lord hid them, so they weren't killed. So, and the official Jehudi didn't even get to read the whole thing. He only read 3 or 4 columns of the scroll where the king just cut it. He didn't want to hear it. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't believe it. He threw it into the fire. But then God is not gonna let a human do that to his word. God replaced the scroll. He dictated it. Jeremiah dictated again, and then he said that this Jehoiakim, king of Judah, pretty much, and this is an example where the first part of it is right about this, but the second part of it give us more information that wasn't in the first part. So, for example, we know that the king now said, "Why have you written on it that the king of Babylon will certainly come and destroy?" And so, pretty much, he doesn't believe that the king of Babylon will succeed, and so he's like, "Nope, I don't believe it, and why have you even written it?" Things like that. He didn't believe it was from God. And so God then says that the king Jehoiakim will have no one to sit on the throne of David, and his dead body will be thrown out into the heat of day. He will also his descendants and his servants will also be punished, and then God will not relent, or God will bring the discipline plans that he has, and the disaster. So then they took another scroll and gave it to the scribe Baruch, the same person, and he wrote at the dictation of Jeremiah. And this we can see is in contrast to the family yesterday, Jehoiada, I believe, the family where they listened to their father and didn't drink wine, where God said all the days, there will be a man from that house standing in front of him. This one, he rejected them, and Jehoiakim's descendant. And yeah, that's it.